to another episode of the Onrea podcast. I'm your host, Onrea. I'm thankful for y'all to be watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a comment under these YouTube clips and under the YouTube video. Let me know what you think about the podcast. Let me know if you agree with some of my opinions. If you disagree with some of my opinions, let me know what your opinions are. You feel me? Getting involved in the conversation. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, any other podcast platform, like the podcast, subscribe to it, leave some comments, leave some feedback. You feel what I'm saying? Answer the poll questions that I got on there. Get involved because I really appreciate all the feedback. The feedback is what keeps me going. All the messages I get from y'all, the comments, all that stuff means a lot to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I really want to shine a light into the world. I want to be a positive influence into the world. And y'all feedback helps me keep going. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a positive impact on y'all, just like y'all having a positive impact on me. Even the haters, man. Even the haters that comment. Y'all help the algorithm too, so keep hating too. You feel me? Thank you so much, though. Welcome back to another episode, man. A lot been going on this week. I finally got a chance to catch up on stuff, man, so I want to react to some things, man. The first thing I want to react to is Mr. Kanye West. Kanye West has seemed to insert himself into this whole Drake feud, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole situation. And it seems to me from the outside looking in, it seems to me like Kanye don't like the fact that the attention's not on him. You know, Kanye released the album Vultures with Ty Dolla $ign a few months ago, and I commented on it. There was a few songs on there that I liked, but I guess all that kind of buzz kind of died down. So he's like, yo, what about me? First of all, I think a couple weeks ago, I didn't react to this, by the way, but a couple weeks ago, when the whole beef between Drake and J. Cole and Kendrick started heating up, Kanye put out a statement saying that he was the GOAT. He was better than everybody. He said that he bodied Kendrick Lamar on No Parties in LA, which was a flat out lie. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick went off on that song. And by the way, Freddie Gibbs put out a remix to that, and he bodied everybody on there, in my opinion. Freddie Gibbs did a, look that up. Freddie Gibbs, No Parties in LA verse. It was crazy. But Kanye West didn't body, he didn't body Kendrick Lamar on No Parties in LA. That's a lie. And he was just kind of, and I ignored that. I didn't even cover it because I thought it was an obvious plea for attention. But he put that out. I didn't say nothing about it. Then, Kanye West did his own remix to the Like That song, the big record with Future and Kendrick. He did his own little remix to it. Honestly, man, I listened to some of it, but at this point, it just seems like Kanye West is not interested in me, man. He just wants to, benefit off of this whole clout stuff, you know what I'm saying? And if you know, him and Drake had a history of going against each other. Jay Prince stepped in. They did the Larry Hoover concert. They were supposed to be cool. Then Drake came out and said he only did it for Jay Prince. So it's like, it's bad blood between them. I get that. But it seemed like Kanye West couldn't ignore an opportunity to kind of get back in the spotlight. He did an interview with Justin LaBoy, where he was just saying all kind of crazy stuff. He's coming out with porn, he said, Yeezy porn. How you go from Jesus is King to Yeezy porn? Kanye West is all over the place, man. And I'm not really rocking with it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not rocking with it. I'm not paying no attention to it too much other than to report on it for y'all. Now, if y'all disagree, let me know. I know a lot of Kanye West fans gonna ride with Kanye West no matter what. No matter if he anti-Semitic, if he anti-black, no matter what he do, a lot of y'all gonna ride with him. I get that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not somebody that's gonna ride with him no matter what. I love a lot of Kanye West music. His first 4 albums are absolute classics to me. And even all his other albums got some real good moments on it. Except for I didn't really care for 808s and Heartbreaks. I didn't care for that album. The whole Kanye West auto-tune thing, I never liked it, never will like it. But other than that, all his albums got music on it that I like. You know what I'm saying? First 4 are classics. And I always love the music, but Kanye West in 2024, I just can't rock with him, man. I just can't, all that trying to get attention and stuff. I ain't with it. The Yeezy porn, bruh, I don't know, man. He seems to be going through some stuff. So I hope that he find whatever piece he needs, but I'm not rocking with his behavior right now. So that's that. Now, speaking of the whole Drake beef situation, you know, Drake put out the AI assisted track with the AI Snoop, the AI Tupac. I covered that in depth the last episode number 34. So check that out. But Snoop ended up reacting. He kind of reacted but didn't react. He put a video out on his Instagram.
They did what? When? How? Are you sure? Y'all have a good night. And to all. Why off? Everybody calling my phone, blowing me up. What the fuck? What happened? What's going on? I'm going back to bed. Good night.
So he just kind of like saying who, what. He kind of like playing it smart. He kind of like giving a side eye, but not really committing to disagreeing with it. He kind of didn't say nothing to it. So it was kind of a weird little non-reaction by Snoop. But I tell you somebody who did react, that was Tupac's estate. You know, first of all, Suge Knight stepped in and he had something to say about it. You know what I'm saying?
My little homie Pop, he wasn't no joke. Then, you damn sure ain't no joke. Or we made up a joke now. Putting him on a song with him dissing Kendrick of Everybody Entertainment, that's how it go. Before as putting him on a song with Snoop, who was a part of his downfall, his exit, and never a good look. Pac was a king on that chessboard. He never was a pawn, so he can't make to be a pawn now. But
Suge just saying all kind of stuff. Suge is in jail talking like crazy. He got his podcast. He did Patrick David. I forgot the name. He can't say his name right, but he did his podcast. You know, Snoop is just. Suge is just running his mouth at this point, man. And Suge is somebody else who I don't take real seriously because he says some outrageous things. But you know, Suge was against it. But Tupac's estate came out and they said they're threatening to sue Drake over it. You know, and I don't know. I guess it does have some merit because he did use Tupac's voice. And subsequently, Drake has scrubbed all his social media of the song. So apparently he's complying with the whole, you know, cease and desist. So he took all that down. But it still remains. You can still find the song on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? But Drake took it down, and that's the kind of fallout from that. Kendrick Lamar still hadn't responded. And like I said, I believe that Kendrick Lamar, I don't know if I said this or not. Maybe I didn't say this. But I think Kendrick Lamar is waiting to react. He wants all the dust to settle. I think he wants a one-on-one with Drake. He wants a one-on-one with Drake. And everybody, you know, the Kanye, the J. Cole, everybody, you know, Future, Metro Boomin, everybody's jumping in, going at Drake, Rick Ross going to Drake. He wants Drake one-on-one, so he's letting it all die down before he comes out with his response. That's what I think. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about why Kendrick Lamar hadn't responded yet? I think he's waiting for the right time for all the dust to settle so he can get a one-on-one with Drake. But I still stand on the fact that I think Drake is winning right now. Drake put out 2 diss songs on Kendrick. They were decent. They were, you know, they weren't world-breaking, but they were pretty decent diss songs. And Kendrick ain't said nothing yet. So right now, Drake is in the lead in the beef. That's what I think. And again, like I said last episode, I'm more of a Kendrick Lamar fan than a Drake fan, but I gotta call a spade a spade. I gotta call it how it is. Right now, Drake is winning the beef. You feel me? Let's move on. Speaking of music and speaking of hip-hop greats, Eminem put out a trailer. It's funny because I love true crime, right? I love true crime. I love true crime documentaries. I love watching Investigation Discovery. I could watch that for hours. I could watch Cold Case Files for hours. So Eminem did a Cold Case Files style trailer for what appears to be a new album called The Death of Slim Shady. It's kind of funny. I would show it, but I'm tired of getting hit with copyright stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, like, if it's copyrighted. I know, he with a big record label, Universal Music, so I don't want to mess with that. But it's a funny trailer announcing the death of Slim Shady. There's one part where it's like he's talking with like his voice, and they got his face covered, and he steps out to grab a drink, and it shows that it's Eminem, and it shows his real voice. It's really funny, man. Eminem is a funny guy. Eminem has comedic timing to his little skits and stuff. I told you about the whole Jimmy Kimmel skit they did, but Eminem is funny, man. So he announces a new album, and I asked y'all a couple episodes ago, are we excited for a new Eminem album? Some people are, some people aren't. I'm excited for a new Eminem album personally, and the death of Slim Shady sounds very interesting. I wonder what angle is he gonna take. Is he gonna take the angle of everybody, trying to come at him? Is everybody be hating on him? Is he taking that angle? Or is he saying, you know what, I'm retiring, I'm done? I don't know what it's about, but it's really interesting to see. I'm intrigued by the whole death of Slim Shady. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's good. I hope he got good beats. You know what I'm saying? I hope that, get some good features on there. I'm just looking forward to it, for real. A lot of people hate on Eminem. I saw a clip recently where Busta Rhymes, I think he was on All the Smoke, where he defended Eminem. He came to Eminem's defense saying that Eminem is one of the greatest, man, and he don't appreciate people disrespecting Eminem. I'll play that clip.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think nobody could fuck with Eminem. I'm sorry. Dr. Umar, stop it. You wildin', son.
That's all that need to be said, man.
You wildin', son.
Straight up.
And there's a lot of shit that Dr. Umar say that I agree with, but this is one particular one where you way off the kilt, bro. Know what I'm saying? Eminem is the truth, bro. Know what I mean? I got a song coming out with an artist, that I had to address about, his testimonial and opinion on Eminem too. I had to check him on his own song in rhyme form. Ooh. So y'all should stay tuned for that. And I'm a huge fan of the artist that I made the record with.
That's dope.
But the beautiful thing is, what makes these moments special is when you could be honest on these records, and we ain't got a front. So don't put yourself in a situation and then ask me to rhyme with you, because I'm going to check you when you can't argue with me, because I'm the fucking elder statesman and the timeless great.
But shout out to Busta Rhymes, man. You may think that a lot of the black community don't rock with Eminem, but it's not true. There's just a lot of trolls online that make you think that people don't rock with Eminem in the black community. But we love Eminem. I love Eminem, man. I play Eminem all the time. Eminem is one of my favorite artists to listen to when I'm working out. When I go on my runs, when I go on my workouts, I play a lot of Eminem, man. You know what I'm saying? Most of his albums, man. You know what I'm saying? From the Relapse album has aged very well. People said Relapse wasn't a good album. Relapse has aged really, really well. One of my favorite Eminem albums, man. The Slim Shady LP, the Marshall Mathers LP, the Eminem Show. Recovery's a dope album, man. This last album, Music to Be Murdered By, Kamikaze is a good album, man. Eminem got some dope albums. He got some dope music, man. And I play Eminem all the time. So the whole myth that black people don't rock with Eminem. And let me just say this whole myth about, I can't speak for other cities, but Detroit. People said that the hood never played Eminem in Detroit. That's a flat out lie. When Eminem was at its highest peak from 2000 to 2003, everybody in Detroit was playing Eminem. Everybody was, man. We was proud of Eminem in Detroit. You can drive through the hood and hear Eminem playing in the hood, at least on the west side. I don't know about the east. I'm from the west side. On the west side of Detroit, from 2000, 2004, Eminem was played in the hood in Detroit. That's just a flat out lie that said, well, nobody playing Eminem in the hood. Maybe not now, but back then, Eminem was played all over the city. All over the city, man. So, cut the cap. Y'all capping on that, saying that Eminem wasn't played in the hood in Detroit, because he was. It seems like Detroit don't really show Eminem the proper love these days, but trust me, when Eminem was first out, man, Eminem was played all over the city, especially on the west side. I can tell you that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? 6 Mile, 7 Mile, you know, where I'm from, Eminem was played all the time in the city. So let's just cut that out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Eminem, man. You know what I'm saying? Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Eminem. You know what I'm saying? One of the only solo rappers to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with like Jay-Z, LL Cool J, Tupac, and Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Now, speaking of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, to my pleasure and a little surprise, A Tribe Called Quest was selected. They will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this summer, and I'm proud of that, man. I was campaigning for that for the last couple of years. Shout out to Q-Tip, Jerobi, Ali Shaheed Muhammad. Rest in peace to Phife Dawg. You know, Phife Dawg up in heaven, up above, looking down, smiling. Rest in peace to Jay Dilla, who played a role in some of Tribe's albums as well. Peace to Busta Rhymes. Peace to Consequence. Peace to everybody affiliated with Tribe Called Quest. You know what I'm saying? Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm so proud of them, man. I'm so glad they made it. And, you know, and it's funny, you know, A Tribe Called Quest is so transcendent, man. I got a 14-year-old who Tribe Called Quest is her favorite rap group right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of that a Tribe can have that kind of effect, you know, on the culture. A Tribe is dope, man. Eric B and Rakim didn't make it, but they put out a statement saying that they look forward to making it one day, and they're happy that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was more diverse now. It's funny because some people say, how come people who don't make rock and roll music make the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is like a music hall of fame. And when you think of rock and roll, you think of rock star status. You know, you gotta have a big impact on music to be like a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. So I think that it goes further than just rock and roll music. It's rock star status. You know, it's big elite status in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? And I think A Tribe Called Quest and, you know, those rappers I named, LL Cool J, Eminem, Notorious B.I.G., Tupac, Jay-Z, all fit the whole iconic rock and roll type status. So shout out to A Tribe Called Quest, and I look forward to Eric B and Rakim making it in the future. I want to see Bone Thugs and Harmony in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I want to see the Lox in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Outkast in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Come on now. That's what I want to see, man. People were kind of up in arms. You know, Mary J. Blige was also selected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but Mariah Carey wasn't. And a lot of people were up in arms about that. And I kind of like, it seems like Mariah Carey and Mary J. Blige both hit the scene in the early 2000s around the same time. You know what I'm saying? Let me undo I have my hands. Let me undo that. That's not good to keep your arms folded. So let me do that real quick. But if you're listening on the audio, I have my arms crossed, and I was told that like that's more closed off, so you got to open your arms up. So yeah, whatever. But yeah, Mary J. Blige and Mariah Carey, they came out around the same time, and it is kind of odd that Mary J. Blige made it before Mariah Carey. I think they both can make it together. I think they both are like equal Hall of Famers, in my opinion. They both made a huge impact on the culture, you know? Kind of funny. What do y'all think about that Mary J. Blige made it, but Mariah Carey didn't make it? Pretty interesting. I don't know. But shout out to both of them. Congrats to Mary J. Blige and Mariah Carey. Your time is coming real soon, if you ask me. Let's move over to sports real quick. The NFL draft is being held in Detroit right now, and we set a one-day attendance record. And it seems like we're going to set the whole attendance record for the whole thing, because we had almost 300,000 people on the first day, over 200,000 on the second day. And I think that they said if we get over 100,000 on this Saturday, the third day, we'll set the all-time record for overall attendance. So shout out to Detroit, man. It's cool seeing all the alum from Detroit, you know, who are in the NFL. Eminem was there at the beginning of the draft. You got Spice Adams, Brandon Graham, a lot of players who play in the NFL from Detroit announced for different teams, man. So shout out to that, man. Shout out to Detroit. Detroit is coming up, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Detroit Discussion, my favorite Detroit blog. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of Detroit blogs too, man. Detroit is just blowing up, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know this podcast is a worldwide podcast, but I'm a Detroit guy, man. And I love my city, and it's good to see Detroit getting recognition. Now, if we can only win the Super Bowl, oh my goodness, can you imagine how crazy the city would be if the Lions won the Super Bowl? The Lions are one of those teams that even when we're bad, the fans show up. The fans been selling out football games for the Lions for years and years and years. Now you contrast that to the Pistons. The Pistons are a terrible team and nobody cares. Nobody goes to the games. They only go to the games when the Pistons are good. But it's like, you know, the Lions, they sell out no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Detroit, man, in the NFL draft. Also in sports, man, I saw that there's a new TV show called Clipped that documents the LA Clippers and the Donald Sterling controversy. If you don't know, Donald Sterling was the former owner. He is the former owner of the LA Clippers, and he was caught making racist comments on tape with his mistress, and the mistress released the tapes, and they all went crazy, and they forced him out as the owner. That's all public knowledge. So spoiler alert, it's all public knowledge, but that's all being documented in the new series. And Lawrence Fishburne plays Doc Rivers, and I think that's very interesting. Now, Lawrence Fishburne is one of my favorite actors, period. He's been my favorite since Deep Cover in like 92 when that came out. I've been a big Lawrence Fishburne fan. So like he's playing Doc Rivers, so that's pretty interesting watching him play Doc Rivers, you know what I'm saying? The show is called Clip. And then Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy, is playing what's his face? He's playing Donald Sterling. Now, at first, I didn't even recognize Al Bundy. I was like, wait a second, is that Al Bundy? Is that Ed O'Neill? And sure enough, it is Ed O'Neill, man, playing Donald Sterling. It looks real good, man. I ain't gonna lie, it looks real good. It's coming on FX, so look out for that clip on FX. I'm gonna be giving a review on that, man. And yeah, I'm gonna get back into my TV show reviews, man. It's weird because I watch a lot of TV, but I tend to wait for it all to come out, and I binge watch. But I think I need to give updates to y'all, man. Like BMF is out. I haven't watched that yet because I want to wait for the whole thing to come out. Curb Your Enthusiasm is on its last season, you know. But I think I'm going to start watching and giving weekly updates on that. So look out for my BMF reviews coming soon because I love that show. I just haven't watched the 3rd season yet, but I will, though. You know what I'm saying? Staying on sports, though. Staying on sports, man. The WNBA, man. Let me report, man. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, man. They really I think are going to change the WNBA, man. They're going to change the popularity. You know, Caitlin Clark was drafted #1 overall to the Indiana Fever. Angel Reese was drafted, I think, 8th or 9th to the Chicago Sky. And let me tell you, man, I went to a game last year, right? Father-daughter game. It was the Seattle team against the Atlanta Dream. Let me just speak for Atlanta. The Atlanta Dream, they play in a real small arena. That arena is like a high school arena. It's really small. It's a small arena. Maybe a couple thousand capacity, maybe. And that's being generous. It's a real small arena. And the arena is like used loosely because it's real small. But I was looking at WNBA tickets, man. And them tickets were cheap last year. And you know, for a lot of the games, the tickets are like $30, $40. Most of the games, $30, $40. You can sit up close, the whole thing at the WNBA games. But I looked up the Indiana Fever ticket game ticket for when Caitlin Clark come to town. Those tickets started like $250 up to like $400. Yeah, for that little bitty arena. $400, man, for a seat to see Caitlin Clark. Then I looked at the Angel Reese tickets when Angel Reese coming to town for the Chicago Sky. Those tickets are like $200 to $300. All the other games, though, are like $37, $40. But those 2 games in particular, I think those 2 games, the Atlanta Dream may want to go to State Farm Arena where the Atlanta Hawks play. Because I want to go see both those young ladies play, man. And I'm just saying, look, if that's any indication, man, WNBA is going up this summer. You know what I'm saying? If I was y'all, I would say, look, try to catch a game this summer in the WNBA. Try to catch Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese play, man, because that's must-see TV and it's must-see, you know, in-person basketball. I know I'm going to be watching. This summer, I'm going to try to watch as many Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky games as I possibly can because, yeah, that's a big deal. You know, so shout out to the WNBA. Shout out to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. and all the other stars. You know, it's funny because a lot of the players are like hating on Clark Angel Reese, saying that when they get to the WNBA, it's gonna be a different, we gonna see. You know, they're gonna have something for them. We'll see, man. I think that they're gonna dominate. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are both gonna dominate in the WNBA. We'll see, man. Last thing about sports, man. I was wrong about the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney fight. I picked Devin Haney to win only because Ryan Garcia didn't look so well against Gervonta Davis. And I was wrong, man. Ryan Garcia beat the crap out of Devin Haney. I mean, he beat him like he stole something. You know what I'm saying? And I think the referee kind of bailed Devin Haney out with those slow counts because Devin Haney was out on the canvas 3 times. Now, I was wrong on that, man. Shout out to Ryan Garcia. But man, if y'all see the fight, what y'all think about the fight, man? I think that was a straight up ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? At the hands of Ryan Garcia. Now, Ryan Garcia had all these crazy antics before the fight, and he was saying that he was just doing that to throw him off. And I guess he was right. He did throw him off because I don't know what Devin Haney was thinking, but he wasn't ready. You know, now, Ryan Garcia did come 3 pounds overweight at the weigh-in, and he had to pay, I think, $500,000 for every pound he was overweight. So he had to pay Devin Haney $1.5 million. And I think Devin Haney's trying to say that that's the reason he lost, because Ryan Garcia was overweight. It's 3 pounds, bro. It's 3 pounds, bro. Like, and if that was the case, it would have been a closer fight. But it wasn't that close, in my opinion, man. Ryan Garcia beat the crap out of him, man. So that's my sports update, man. LeBron James down 0-3 to the Denver Nuggets. Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns down 0-3 to the Timberwolves. Steph Curry out the playoffs. The NBA is just changing. It's just changing right now, man. You know what I'm saying? All the superstars. It's a new league, man. It's time for Anthony Edwards to shine. You know what I'm saying? You already see the Jokic is dominating, man. So that's pretty interesting, man. NBA playoffs. You know, I love basketball. I love sports, man. So it's interesting watching that, man. But that's all I got today, man. I love y'all. Keep chasing your dreams. Nothing is impossible to you, man. You know, whatever you got in your heart, man, keep fighting for it, man. Keep fighting for it. Keep fighting for your dreams. If you're pursuing, you know, a medical career, being a doctor, being a lawyer, if you're pursuing a music career, if you want to start a landscaping business, be the best landscaper, if you have a painting business, if you do nails, you do hair, whatever you do, man, keep fighting for your dreams, man. You can be whatever you want to be. It's not going to be easy, but if it was easy, everybody would do it. I encourage you to press through. If you're going through a tough time, press through. You can make it. You can win. You know what I'm saying? It's not too late. I don't care if you 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. If you got a dream, if you're alive, keep pursuing that dream. You feel me? Once again, I love y'all, man. Thank you for the support. And that's been the Brian Onrea podcast. Let's get it.